We are live, and for some bizarre reason, there is nobody in the room except for Doodle. Doodle's here. We'll wait for some people to show up. Let me do some adjusting here. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. I can't. Oh, we have Tom. Tom, how's the audio, the lighting, the video? How's all that? Doodle, what do you think? What do you think? You think you want a snack? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? You want a snack? All right. And Miguel Rangel is here. Awesome. Okay. It's starting to become a party. Oh, they're all filtering in. Here's Ice Hand. Okay, cool. I'm going to give Doodle half a snack because he's going to keep on coming back. So I don't want him to snack out. There we go. You want that? No? All right, I'm going to put it right down there if you want it. I think he wants something else. I think he's a smart dog and he wants something else. Hello, everybody. Free Guru is here. Jeff is here. Nashies is here. Nashies, I had a question for you. Were you ever able to get the Progresso soup drops? Do you remember the Progresso soup drops? Were you ever able to get those? I was not, and they're gone now. But I didn't know if you were able to get those. Because I really want to try those. Soup drops. It's like cough drops, but they're made from soup. That sounded really interesting. I think Julie's going to join us. She had to go to her brother's birthday party a little bit earlier, but I think she said she was going to stop in. Janice is here. Well, I see people saying hi, Janice, but I didn't see. Oh, there's Janice. Okay. She was saying hi to everybody. Never got them either. Yeah. Well, it's typical of all those things that are available online or a very limited capacity. Nobody gets them. Well, somebody gets them. I'm not sure how they get them. It's kind of like, and that's a pet peeve of mine. It's kind of like the, what was it? The Flamin' Hot dill pickled Cheetos. And they were supposed to be available everywhere. And then people were saying, oh, you got to check 7-Eleven. Wasn't at 7-Eleven. And then I started seeing them on eBay for like $30 a bag. For an 8-ounce bag, $30. It's like, it's not right. It's just not right. And it's been the same with a lot of other stuff. Some stuff that you have to buy it on the website. The day the website releases it, after 5 minutes, they're all gone. So if you can't get in, they're all gone. And people buy a bunch of them. Like, I know that I saw somebody mention online, I can't remember which one of those things it was, and they mentioned online, hey, Doodle, get out of there. Get out of there, Doodle. And I saw somebody mention online that there's like I bought 30 of them, or I bought 50 of them. And they didn't buy 30 of them or 50 of them to eat. They bought 30 of them or 50 of them to sell, which is just really, really annoying. So, I don't know. They should limit it. When they put out something like that where there's a limited amount, they should limit it to like one per person. And still, people are going to have bots or somebody go out and buy all those things online and just, keep on, buying them up. But still, oh, there he goes with the snack. Okay. Hey, John King is here. Did I miss anybody else? I got Miguel. I think I got you. And Jared, I think I got you. I feel like Miss Jean on Romper Room. Well, maybe where you are, you didn't have a Miss Jean, because I think it was localized. In the Boston area, we had Miss Jean. And Miss Jean had a magic mirror. And the magic mirror was like, you could see her face in the magic mirror. So that there was no glass or anything. I'm just pretending, right? And then she would be like, okay, we got some birthdays out there. I see Timmy and John. John's 5. And the thing is like, she's just like reading off a card through the magic mirror. But it was, when you're 5, you don't notice stuff like that. Hey, they're filtering the room now. So I'm a little bit surprised, because at the very beginning, we had no people. When we first started, there were no people in the room. And now we're 4 minutes in and we have 13 people. So that's pretty good. Just got out of jail an hour ago. I'm afraid to ask, John, but you need to stay out of jail. I saw her and her magic mirror. Yeah. So Tom, in your area, what was her name? Because like I said, in the Boston area, it was Miss Jean. But I don't know what her name was in your area. Dave Aiken is here. Welcome, Dave. Glad to see you. Glad you could make it. The other thing, what was the other thing? Oh, this I thought was pretty funny. So my friend Michelle had given me a retro, or not retro, what do you call that? Like something that's old, a TWA package of like stuff that you would have on a TWA flight. And this was one of them, right? So they have a picture of the dog on the bag, and it says, after you've had a chance to roam, don't forget those left back home, right? So essentially this is a doggy bag, right? It's something else, I think. I don't necessarily know that this is a doggy bag. So actually, so let's talk about that, because that's a cultural thing, right? I don't really hear that term used anymore. Are you guys familiar with that term? You guys familiar with the term doggy bag? So it used to be in a restaurant, you wouldn't say, can I get this to go? Can I get a box or something like that? You used to say, can I get a doggy bag? And they would package the stuff up. And the assumption was that you're going to bring home the leftovers for your dog. And then it kind of got embarrassing sometimes, because hey, can we get a doggy bag? Oh, you're going to bring it back to your dog? And then the woman would say, like, no, it's for my husband. So it kind of got embarrassing. Now there's, you have no qualms about just saying, hey, can I get a box, to go? But they used to call it a doggy bag, and they would give you a bag like this, and you would put your food in the bag and bring it home. But this on an airplane, I think, serves another purpose besides being food, taking food home. Because let's be honest, who takes airplane food home? Now, to be fair, this was from like the 1960s, and maybe airline food was better back then. So I thought that was pretty funny. Let's see. What am I missing? Did I miss anybody else? Everybody? Oh, DWI. Yeah, John, that's bad. So I hope things go well for that. But yeah, you need to do something about that, I guess. Miss Jeannie and Miss Jeannie were two women who hosted Romper Room in the Denver. Oh, okay. Yeah, the one in our area was Miss Jean, but it wasn't Jeannie. It was just Jean, Miss Jean. Dog scraps. Yeah, exactly. But I think that's a puke bag. I mean, you go to an airplane right now, they get bags, and they're not like, they don't have a picture of a dog, and they don't tell you to put your leftover airline food in there, because they know nobody's going to take their leftover airline food in there. As a matter of fact, there was one flight I took. It was on a regional airline, and it was to Evansville, Indiana. And they had the puke bags on the plane, but they called them six sacks. And there was a picture. There was like a before and after, right? So the first picture, the guy's running with his hand over his mouth. He's running with the bag. And then in the second picture, he's just standing there with a big smile on his face and the full bag in his hand, which is like really ridiculous marketing. But, it is what it is. Dave said we had Miss Joan and Miss Lois in St. Louis. I think you have ST. Oh, St. Louis. Yeah. Okay. Is that a sickness bag? Well, again, Tom, it doesn't say it's a sickness bag. They're alluding to it being a doggy bag, right? And now, Tom, I know you're old enough to remember what a doggy bag is. I don't think they even use the term anymore. I don't think anyone uses the term doggy bag anymore. So this was a doggy bag. But to be honest, like, I can't imagine the food on TWA being so good and so plentiful that you don't finish it and you want to take the rest of it home. I kind of don't believe that. So maybe just so that you're not embarrassed, they used to put a picture of a dog on it and said, dog, either that or like, I'm going to bring stuff home for the dog. I don't know. But I just thought this was pretty funny. There was something else. I was going to talk about. What was it? I don't know. So we're going to do 7-Eleven. I'm not really going to do trivia questions, but I'll throw out some like little tidbits, little facts and stuff like that in between, because we have a lot of stuff, because I got extra stuff. And so we'll see how much of it we can actually get through, because I got some of the hot food. So I got stuff off the rollers, dude. And the one caveat is, so basically, when I announced this one, I said that we're going to do all foods that are available at the 7-Eleven, only at 7-Eleven. And that's because it's like seven, most of it is 7 Select branded food, and the other stuff is the hot food that they have there, with the exception of an adult beverage. So the adult beverage that we're going to do today is not a 7-Eleven branded adult beverage, and that's because 7-Eleven doesn't seem to have a 7-Eleven branded beverage. So Only old people say doggy bag wrap. Well, exactly, because younger people don't remember what it is. So younger people will say, "Can I get a bag?" or "Can I get a box for that?" Or even sometimes the wait staff will just tell you, they go, "Do you want a box for that?" Like if they see that it's the end of the meal and you still got stuff on your plate, they go, "Do you want a box for that?" They just ask you, but they won't say, "Do you want a doggy bag?" That term is kind of gone by the wayside. Oh, Janice and Val, I got the butterscotch Snickers to try. Oh, okay. Let me know what you think. I think it's kind of like I've seen a lot of people left comments on it, on our take on it, and said that it was terrible. And then some other people said that like it's their, like I think Janice said it was one of her favorite Snickers bars. So we'll see. The thing is, it's artificially flavored. You do get that butterscotch flavor, but it's artificial, so it kind of comes in afterwards. So Nashies, I guess are you going to do an episode on that, right? Nashies, you're gonna review it, or are you just going to try it? If you're going to just try it, then leave a comment on the video and let us know what you think of it. And if you're going to do a video, let us know that too, and we'll just watch the video. So I update on the subscribers. We are now, I think, if last time I checked, I can check again. Yeah, let me do that. Let me check again. I can do that. It's really easy. Let me move this up here, out of the way, and then look here. We have currently 5,930 subscribers. We are 70 away from 6,000. So if you guys were instrumental in that, thank you very much for that. Number's crawling up there. We only have 70 left. So it should just be a short matter of time before we're into 6,000 subscribers. So thank you all. Thank you all. And also thank you for being regulars here. Thank you for being part of our community and everything, because we wouldn't have a community without you, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you so much. Oh, going to do a review. Cool, Nashies. All right, well, we'll watch for that. Earlier, you were talking about soup drops, but have you heard of Spice Orbs Bombs? It has all the spices compressed into an orb, so you can make things like biryani without just water and meat. I have not heard of that. Is there a certain brand? Like, where would you get something like that, Freak? I've eaten food off the rollers. They were pretty good. Well, we're about to find out, Janice. And I think it's a crapshoot. I think you have to get there at the right time. So sometimes if you go there, it's been on the rollers for like hours, and it's not going to be very good. And other times, if during busy times, they're just putting them on there. I don't think they take them off. I don't think they recycle. I don't think they say like, this has been on there 5 hours or 4 hours or whatever, we have to throw this away. Maybe they do. Maybe they have regulations that tell them that they do. But I don't know either way. Did I miss anybody? Jared, I got you, right? Jared, Dave Aiken, I got you. I just want to make sure that I get everybody. I got you, John King, I know, because we were talking. Tom and Nashies, and okay, I think I got everybody. So we dropped. We had 15 in the room, and now we have 13. No, 14. We're only down one. That's okay. But that's okay. If we had one person watching, we would still do this thing. We'd do this for you, the one person watching. We would do that. But we appreciate that those of you who are watching it. Must go find those, Free Guru. I only put those in a recipe. Yeah, but the Nashies, you miss the fun of putting it together yourself. So again, lighting's okay, video's okay, audio's okay, everything's okay, everything good. Yeah. I don't know if Julie's going to join us. I switched coffee mugs. This one's a little bit bigger and holds more stuff, but this is my Monty Python coffee mug. So it's just full of like Monty Python quotes you can see on the around there, and then on the inside, painted on the bottom, it says Monty Python. Now I don't know that it's like lead paint or anything, but But here's my Monty Python mug. So this was a gift from Julie, who I hope joins us soon. That would be nice. Audio and video good. There is a spam one. Where's the spam one? I know that. Oh, right there. There's the spam one. So we get there. So there's the spam quote. I mean, there had to be and there's some pictures. There's like King Arthur. There's a trumpet, a sheep. There's Spiny Norman. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember Spiny Norman, the giant hedgehog. The foot that comes down at the beginning. And little Viking guy, the Holy Grail, here. This guy also comes out at the beginning. So yeah, fun little mug there. It's a great accessibility thing for some folks that can't do from scratch. Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah. Well, as long as it's good, try it out and then see how good it is, right? Is it like, it's convenient, which is a cool thing, but if it's not quite, like maybe it's just legit and they just like, condense it or something, and who knows? But I'd be curious to find out. 2 commercial breaks. When I set these up, I set them up for conservative. So basically, it means that like we get fewer commercials, and if you get fewer commercials, I get fewer money. But I don't care. I don't really care. So I want to have less breaks because I don't want you guys to be interrupted while we're talking. So. All right, let's get started. We are at 1:16 and we have a lot of food to go through. And as usual, we're going to start with our adult beverage. So let's start initially by talking about 7-Eleven itself. So I think we've covered this before when we've done some stuff from 7-Eleven. We have mentioned some of this, but 7-Eleven was originally founded in 1927. It was founded as the Southland Ice Company. So they had a bunch of different stores. You could go and get ice. But it was founded as the Southland Ice Company in 1927 by Joe Thompson in Dallas, Texas. And then between 1920, this separate spinoff from Southland Ice Company, they named Totem Stores. And the Totem Stores were open, it was called Totem Stores between 1927 and 1946. And then in 1946, it was renamed 7-Eleven. Now, I think it was the 1970s. In the 1970s, 7-Eleven signed an agreement with Ito Yokado to develop stores in Japan. So there's been the Japanese 7-Elevens since the 1970s when they started developing in the 1970s. And the Japanese 7-Elevens are legendary for the unusual foods that they have. Well, actually, 7-Eleven Japan took ownership of the entire company in 2005. So as of 2005, all of 7-Eleven is owned by 7-Eleven Japan. So I don't know why we can't get the stuff in our stores here because 7-Eleven Japan owns the whole franchise now. Let's see. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. We're still good. All right. So we are going to start with our adult beverages. As we always do, and this one makes me nervous. So this one is, I don't know if you guys have ever had this before. This seems like something they would enjoy on Reckless Eating, but it makes me nervous and I'm scared. So this is, hang on one second. Okay, this is Beatbox Hard Tea. Now they had some other flavors. They had some fruit flavors and stuff, and those made me really nervous, but this is hard tea. So it's called Beatbox. It looks like a kid's juice box. I don't know how, like somebody goes into 7-Eleven and buys this, like I'm going to buy some juice boxes for my kids' lunch, and they would pick this up. This is, I don't know if you can see that there, 11.1% alcohol by volume. So this is like, I'm not sure, I don't know what wines are, because I'm not typically a big wine connoisseur, but I know that beers are typically around 5, average around 5. This is like twice that for this little thing. So let's see, servings per container, 3.38 servings per container. So they're saying like you don't want to drink, like sit down and pour this thing into a glass and drink this whole thing. They're saying it's 3.38 servings. Contains sulfites, premium other than standard orange wine with natural flavors, sucralose, caramel color, and FD&C yellow. Product of Mexico. Government warning, yada, yada, yada. Let's see, any other fun stuff. Contains alcohol. I would think you need to put this on the front because, again, this kind of looks like a kid's juice box. Gluten-free, made with real tea. Try it frozen. What does that tell you? What does that tell you when it says try it frozen? Because it says, I think it was somewhere, where did I see that? Where it says, oh, here, best served chilled. And you know what that means when it says best served chilled. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, so again, this is a product of Mexico, but Beatbox Beverages is actually from Austin, Texas. They were founded in 2011 by Justin Frenchel, Amy Stedman, Brad Schultz, Dan Singer, and Jason Scheck. So it took 5 people to bring you this. So we're gonna see. I'm a little bit nervous. Like maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and it'll actually be good. But I'm really nervous about this, and I haven't been. No problem. It was well, actually, you would think it would. So the fact that it's made in Mexico, but it's sold and distributed from Beatbox Beverages in Austin, Texas, it doesn't mean anything. If you're going to sell in California and it does have those substances in it, you have to put this Proposition 65 warning on it. And since this doesn't have a Proposition 65 warning on it, my assumption is it doesn't need it because it doesn't have those things in it. So let's go ahead and get a glass. No use prolonging this nightmare. It doesn't smell good. I should shake this up. Let me shake this up. It's not carbonated. You become a slush lush. That's hard to say. I guess it's tea colored. I'm seriously not like, normally when I'm having my beer, I'll fill up a glass with it and I'll sip on that beer, and I don't really see that happening today. So, I do have my my coffee. I did run out of the New England coffee. I'll have to get some more of that. Maybe I'll go up there and get some. So I did run out of that, but I do have my morning coffee, and I do have my bottle of Pergamino here. So we're good. If we want something to drink, we can always revert to that. It does not smell good. It smells like something you would use to clean with. It doesn't smell like food. It's not good. It is not good. It barely tastes like iced tea. You do get an iced tea. You get the iced tea flavor there. You do get that, but it's like syrupy, and the alcohol is just it's like it's worse than, like, at least the thing is, if you're drinking like tequila or vodka or rum or something like that, there's alcohol in it, there's a high alcohol content and everything, but it has an interesting and unique flavor. This is a tea. Now, I can't say that I've had a lot of a hard tea, so maybe they all taste like this. But I'm guessing at 11.1% alcohol, they don't all taste like this. It's not great. I'm going to give it. Now, you out there in Trippy land, you could try this and you could tell me, like, maybe you've had a hard iced teas and this is a good hard iced tea. I don't like that. I think the alcohol content just kind of kills it. It's like a sweet iced tea, so it's just a standard flavor iced tea. Nothing spectacular about it. It's not like it's a good quality tea or anything. I'm just gonna give it a thumbs down. Yeah, it's not one of my faves. So we're just gonna put this over here and try to ignore that for a while. And then if I get thirsty, I'm gonna either do the coffee or the water. Or, well, let's see when we get to our. I don't know, call it a soft drink. Maybe non-alcoholic beverage is more appropriate, because I think soft drink. Does somebody look this up for me? Does soft drink pertain to carbonated beverages? Is there always carbonated beverages? What is the actual definition of a soft drink? Because it could be, because this is juice, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Steel Reserve in a box. I have not had Steel Reserve, and I know people are asking me to do it. At some point in time, I'm going to have to do like a malt liquor episode where I'm trying different malt liquors, and I think Steel Reserve, it goes in that same categories like Mickey's and stuff like that. So, hey Val, I want to tell you that when I met you, you look just like you do now, only in 3D. That's funny. But it's funny because I was looking at the videos. I was looking, like, maybe because I'm outside, right? I was looking at the videos and I think I look different. But yeah, it's just me, I think you look like you do in the videos too. So, like, no surprises there. I guess, yeah, sometimes you would, like in a video, people have a tendency to look different when you see them in person, but in 3D, I love that. Soft drink is any water-based flavored drink, usually, but not necessarily carbonated, and typically including added sweetener. Okay. So I don't think that's going to qualify as a soft drink then, because it's not carbonated and it's not water based. It's juice based. So soft drinks are called soft in contrast with hard alcoholic drinks. Maybe it is. I don't know. We're going to call it a soft drink today. So hopefully we have no argument. All right, let's get into it because we have a lot of stuff to cover today. So another fun fact about 7-Eleven, and this was sideways. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. I don't like the way that looks. All right, that's okay. In 2000, it was 2007. In 2007, 7-Eleven took not all their stores, but they took some stores and they temporarily turned them into Quickie Marts. So, like if you remember Quickie Marts from The Simpsons, they temporarily turned them into Quickie Marts, and they had Buzz Cola, Duff Beer, Krusty O cereal, and Squishies, and they also had like the donuts that Homer likes with the pink ones with frosting in. I think, as a matter of fact, I think that's when they started doing it. You can still go into a 7-Eleven, you can still get those pink frosted donuts. But in 2007, they did take, and it wasn't a lot of them. I think it was maybe 4 across the country. There was like one in New York, one here in Southern California. It was in Burbank. We did get a chance to go to the one here in Southern California. So there was a long line to get in. So they would let somebody in and then let somebody out. As soon as somebody left, then somebody else could go in and everything. So they wanted to keep it to a minimum of how many people. But they totally redid the stores. Like they did the sign out front. They put a new sign out front. The big sign in the pole. They put a new banner on there. They painted it. They just made it look like a Quickie Mart. So that was a lot of fun. That was back in 2007. So that was fun. I went to a Quickie Mart when they did that. Which one did you go to, Nashies? I went to the one in Burbank here in Southern California, but they didn't do a lot of it. All right, we are going to do pizza. Let me look on my phone because I had to take pictures of these so I knew exactly what they were calling these and everything. So bear with me 1 second. This one is extreme meat pizza. So maybe it means it's extreme amounts of meat. I'm looking at it thinking it's extreme meat. It's just, take a look at that. This is a slice of their pizza. Now, somebody told me their pizza is actually pretty good, but we're about to find out. And just in case, the stuff that I would typically put on pizza, I have some black pepper, which I typically put on pizza. I don't have grated cheese. I sometimes put grated cheese, and I sometimes put oregano on there as well, like if I go to a pizza place. But this, I don't know, it looks a little greasy. Now I'm trying to figure out what this is. It looks like there's bacon on here. There's definitely pepperoni on here. And I don't know what these little kind of rectangular things are. I'm not sure what those are. So we are going to try the infamous 7-Eleven pizza. It was here in Vegas. Okay, I didn't realize they did it in Vegas. Rhino meat pizza. I thought that would be pretty good. I would definitely try that. All right, here we go. Hey, Steve Russell. All right, here we go. I'll just take a bite of that. It's a thick dough. It's kind of like Greek pizza. It's a thick dough like Greek pizza. I wonder if they make it like Greek pizza. I bet they do. I bet it's made the same way as Greek pizza. Greek pizza, they don't let the dough rise. And they put it in these metal pans. They usually put like cornmeal on the bottom so it doesn't stick. It really has a uniform crust. And it's kind of like the center. It's a thick dough. A thick crust. So you can see it's not, it doesn't flop down. It's not like a New York style pizza. This is definitely very much like Greek pizza, New England Greek pizza. It's not bad. I would say it's better than Domino's, but maybe not as good as. It's been a while since I had a Papa John's. I don't even eat there anymore. And I'm trying to remember when the last time I went to Little Caesars. It's not bad. It's not. The pepperoni's nice and spicy. So again, it's a firm dough, but it's fully cooked. So it's almost like It's almost like the texture and consistency of breadsticks. But sometimes when you get it like that, the dough doesn't cook all the way through, and then it's kind of like doughy on the inside, and this one's not. So the crust is actually pretty good. I'm going to say I would compare this to a Greek pizza. This is the closest thing I can think of as to a Greek pizza. So let's dress it up the way I normally would. And again, we don't have any grated cheese. So let's try it with some black pepper and some ghost pepper. And again, a little of this goes a long way. I sent Julie some of this. This was the, I can't remember what the brand was. I'm just using the grinder that the Trader Joe's ghost peppers come in. I think I showed you this last week or so. But a lot of this is really fine. You can see there's like ghost pepper dust in there. So I'm just gonna just give it a couple of shakes out there. Whatever comes out, comes out. Let's try that. There's stuff all over the place here. That's nice. I mean, with the ghost pepper and the black pepper on that, I like that. All right, so if I have to compare that to like a pizza, like, hey Val, let's get some pizza, this wouldn't be my first choice, but it's not bad. If I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's a 7-Eleven and there's pizza there, I'm going to get it because it's actually pretty good. I'm going to give it, for what it is, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward slightly. Because again, it's good. Is it great? No. But to me, because I grew up in New England, it's very similar to Greek pizza. So it's actually pretty good. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward a little bit. Gravity strikes again. Constantly, freak. Constantly. In order to get the full experience of 7-Eleven, you should be doing this review on the restroom floor sitting Indian style. Oh, God. Yeah, well, for health reasons, I chose not to. I moved an overgrown cherry tree into the box for my smoker nut to last year's. That sounds good. How often do you use a smoker, Tom? Notice I drank the coffee and not this thing. All right, we'll do a couple more. Let's see. Let's break it up a little bit. I do have some more hot items, or the hot stuff items, and then I also have the chips and stuff like that. So we'll do this. This is from our Kroger grab bag. This is from Kroger. Believe it or not, they don't have even the plastic bags they give you at 7-Eleven don't say 7-Eleven on them. I don't understand. So we have a lot of chips. Let's see, what do we try first? Let's do something a little bit mellow. Let's do these. Let's do these first. I'm just putting that up there for a second here, because again, we're not doing trivia. These are 7 Select kettle potato chips. Now they do a lot of chips. They're not all kettle, because we do have some more in here. Let's see. Yeah, the other ones are like regular potato chip styles. Their chips are pretty good. We've done some of their chips before. Now they do one that's supposed to be hot, and it's really not that hot. But this is the dill pickle chips. Now, to be fair, we've also done the hot pickle the spicy dill pickle chips. This one's just the regular dill pickle chips, and we're going to see what this is all about. Let's see. Do I want to make sure we missed anything? 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. In the warm weather. Only once a month in the cold weather. I would think it'd be nice to stand in front of the smoker. Nice heat coming from that. More pickle. Yep. From the bottom. So here's a question for you guys. Just a random question, not necessarily a trivia question. Do you guys know of any other TV show because you have The Simpsons, Quickie Mart was obviously like a takeoff of 7-Eleven. So any other TV shows that you can remember that has a convenience store that's modeled after 7-Eleven in any other cartoon or TV show? Nice pickle smell. It's subtle. So sometimes when you get these pickle chips, you get that vinegar smell, like the really, really strong vinegar smell, especially when you first open it. These do not. These are kettle style chips, so they're crunchier. I know that Matt Zion from Reckless Eating, he doesn't like kettle chips. I think it's the texture of them because they're crunchy and they're thicker, whereas the regular chips are kind of thin and crispy. Now, you get that kind of vinegar flavor. You do get the dill flavor. But there's oh wow. I got this like strong pocket of vinegar. Let's see, what's in it? Potatoes, vegetable oil, lactose and salt, modified whey, garlic powder, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Yeast extract, non-fat dry milk, spices, natural flavor. So the thing that's disappointing about all of these, every single dill pickle flavor chip that I've had, none of them have like a cucumber flavor. Now, to be fair, remember when we did our Pickle Me Elmo live stream, we talked about pickles, whereas in the United States, pickles are cucumber pickles. Everywhere else in the world, pickles are like pickled pickled tomatoes, pickled lemon pickle, Branson pickle. In other places, they're just pickle means something different. So if you take that approach and that attitude, then these are actually pretty good. It's just that in the U.S., especially when they show you a picture of a cucumber pickle on the outside of it, you're expecting to get that cucumber pickle taste, and none of them have that in it. So it's a little disappointing, but I don't give them points off on that because none of them do. These are actually pretty good. It's so funny because you get that strong vinegar taste, but it comes out afterwards, and it may have to do with something about the fact that they're kettle chips and they're thicker, and so maybe you don't get that till afterwards. It's kind of like when you're swallowing it, then you get that blast of vinegar. I'm gonna give those a thumbs up. Nice texture, not too much salt, nice dill and vinegar flavor, and so yes, it doesn't have the cucumber flavor, but that's okay. So I'm gonna give those a thumbs up. They're pretty solid. Bread. Oh my God. Steve, don't get me started on bread and butter pickles. They're my least favorite pickles. I don't like sweet pickles. I don't think pickles should be sweet. Do not like. And ironically, so when I went with Matt on a We Go Maine show into LA, we went to the original farmers market, and Matt went to this place that had pickles, and he tried a flight of pickles. And I think it was 3 or 5. I can't remember what it was, different pickles. And one of the ones he did was a bread and butter pickle, and he liked it. Because of the sweetness, I think he liked bread and butter pickles, but he doesn't like regular pickles. And he likes other things that are kind of pickled, like olives. He loves olives. So I don't know. What about kimchi pickles? Well, again, kimchi is kind of pickled, right? And they don't put vinegar in kimchi. It's the natural fermentation. It's fermented, but I know you don't put vinegar in it. It's a salt. They put a lot of salt in it, and the salt helps in the fermentation. So, but kimchi is a fermented food, but to call it a pickle, it kind of is pickled. It doesn't have a brine per se. It has a sauce. It's like chilies and salt. So it's kind of like in a sauce. It's much thicker than a brine. But I don't know. I think I would consider kimchi a pickle, but maybe the Koreans do not. Only like sweet relish in my tuna salad or on my hot dog. Yeah, that's fine too. A relish is fine. You relish, but the bread and butter pickles have a sweetness that just doesn't belong there. But I don't mind a sweet relish on my hot dog or on my tuna salad. So okay, let's alternate. So let's get through the hot stuff because I have a feeling once it cools off, it's not going to be great. All right, so I'm going to do these together. Let's see. Oh, I forgot a plate. That's what I forgot today. Got a plate. And I would go out and get one, but all right, I'm going to do that to you guys. All right, let's do this first. So this is one of their chicken wings. It looks crunchy. Which one is this? I think it was, let's see. Again, I had to take pictures of these so I remember what they were. It is a spicy wing. This is the spicy wing. Now, that looks kind of burnt there, but we'll see. That is really crunchy. And the crust is unusual. It's almost like very, very fine breadcrumbs. And not really spicy though. I like the flavor of the crust. And the texture is like really different. Oh, there it is. There's the spice. Comes in slow. Hey, Portmanteau, welcome. Glad you could make it. Jules is here too. Just popping in to say hello still at my sister's house, but wanted to send my love. Hey, Jules, I was just going to say, I'm drinking out of your fine gift of Monty Python mug today. All right, I don't think we that whole bite there was nothing but crust. I didn't even get the chicken, so let's get a piece of the chicken. Jeff, did I welcome you into the room, or did you sneak in? Either way, hello, Jeff. I think they're using regular breadcrumbs here because it has like a bready taste. The spice is kind of weird. It just it sits there. It doesn't jump out at you. It's not like you get a piece on your tongue and it's like, oh my God, that's spicy and everything. It seems to permeate that. So my guess is they put it in whatever they coat the chicken in. The chicken itself, it's a little bit dry. Here's what I'm going to do. I have some Melinda's. Let's turn that around. Some Melinda's ghost pepper wing sauce, and I'm going to try to put a little bit of that on there and see how that goes. It looks like it's got that orange color like buffalo wing sauce. But the breadcrumbs are the really, really fine breadcrumbs. It's almost like silt. It has nice flavor. I like the crunchiness of it. It's not greasy. My only thing is that the inside, the chicken itself, is a little bit dry. So I'm going to give it, because I think it's interesting. It's not like if I go to a place that sells really high quality wings that they're just making there and the chef has the little gloves on and stuff like that. It's not going to be that quality. But especially from 7-Eleven and everything, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward. And the only trending downward is because the chicken's a little bit dry. So I do like that crust. This is a little piece of chicken, so I'm going to eat the whole thing. And yeah, just a little dry. Thumbs up, trending downward. Did I get everybody? Did I forget anybody? Did I miss anybody? Please let me know. This one I'm a little bit nervous about. Let me look really quick here. Remember what that was. That was the spicy beef mini taco. This looks fried. Maybe the spiciness is in the tortilla because it's red. I'm scared. Here we go. No chicken for the goop. I'd have to like take a knife and kind of cut. There's not much meat on here at all. So some stuff's not going to go in the goop. Just because we're not going to have much left. I have some pizza there. I'm going to put that in the goop. These are tiny little tacos. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, I have had the tiny tacos at Jack in the Box. These are better. They taste meatier. The taco shell is crunchier. It's not greasy. It's pretty basic. There's nothing. The level of heat is nice. It's not crazy level of heat. Not bad. And again, I have to remember when I'm reviewing this that I'm reviewing convenience store food, right? I'm not reviewing like a 4 Michelin star restaurant. I'm reviewing. It's kind of like those of you in the foodie community. You might remember a few back. There's a writer for the New York Times. His name. What was his name? I know his name, but you know what? I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm sorry. Pete Wells, that's the guy, Pete Wells. So Pete Wells was a food writer for the New York Times. So he covers Michelin restaurants and stuff. And he reviewed Guy Fieri's restaurant in Times Square. And it was a hatchet job. I mean, he just laid into Guy Fieri and his restaurant. He made fun of Guy Fieri and everything. And all the snotty people in the foodie community were like, yeah, that's right, kick his ass. You know, like they were all up in arms and everything. Guy Fieri never did. If you look at the stuff that Guy Fieri has done, Guy Fieri has done some amazing stuff. Like when people were out of work, when restaurants and people were out of work during COVID, he actually paid for people to not to work, but people that were out of work. He's donated to all kinds of charities and stuff like that. And he just seems like an all-around nice guy to have a beer with. Right? But the thing is like let's be realistic here. His restaurant is like it's going to be a blue collar place. It's going to be like the thing is, if Pete Wells trashed his restaurant, it's like what's next, Pete? You're going to go in and review a Chili's or a Fridays? You know, what's next? But he just saw it as an easy way to beat up on somebody and get laughs, I guess, for it or something. So it was kind of a sleazy thing for him to do. But I do when I'm reviewing stuff like this, especially I'm reviewing stuff from 7-Eleven, I temper that with the fact that I'm doing convenience store food. I'm not expecting this to be like served on a fancy plate with napkins and stuff like that. So. Guy has had some bad tendencies. I'll keep it to myself, but one can Google it. Yeah, I'm sure, Nashies. I'm sure. Okay, we'll save that one, and let's go ahead and do some more of the chippy type stuff. Let's see. We did chips, so I'm going to switch because we have, I think, how many chips do we have? We have 2 chips, a Cheeto kind of thing, and 2 chicharrones. We'll do the chicharrones. I'm going to do the chili lime ones first. We'll do the chili lime ones first. Or maybe we'll do those together. That sounds like an idea. We'll do the 2 of them together. So again, this is 7 Select, which is their house brand. So here's I guess let's call it a trivia question. So 7 Select is the house brand for 7-Eleven. What is the food house brand for CVS? What is the food house brand for CVS? The CVS pharmacy. What is their house brand? Or if you want to tell me, what is the house brand for Walmart? What's the house brand for Walmart? That should be easy. We've done them before. Chili lime flavored. I don't think there's anything special about this. There's not. These are made in the U.S. They're fried pork skins. There's nothing solid. Lime juice solids with added lime oil, garlic, spice extracts, paprika extract, natural and artificial flavor, and natural smoke flavor. How bad could this be? Yes, great value. Great value is Walmart's brand, Acme. I wonder if there is an Acme. Yeah, so Nashies, Well Market is the new one, right? So there's a new food line from CVS called Well Market, but they had one that's been out for a while. We've done a lot of their products here. Holy World Select. Dude, did you here? I'll give you the other half of that snack. I don't want to give you this, Doodle. This is spicy and all kinds of other stuff. So it has garlic in it. You can't have that. So I will give you a piece of your own chicken there. You want that? You want to come on and say hi? Come on and say hi. Come on, say hi, Doodle. Come on. Come on, say hi. It's Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. Doodle. Doodle's a big fan of 7-Eleven. No, I'm kidding. I probably can't give any of this food to him. Isn't he adorable? He's just too adorable. All right, Doodle. I will give you a piece of chicken. Want that? Here. That's the best I can do today. He is cute. He's adorable. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do these together. I'm gonna do both of the chicharrones together. Because again, remember, it's not trivia questions. We're not, I'll do them together. Had to run to the bathroom to go through products. That's an unusual texture. Did Doodle sleep in his own bed or with mom? Oh, with mom and dad, of course. And usually under the covers. Usually he burrows. He burrows under the covers. We're not sure where he is. We just I'm worried I'm going to kick him or roll over him in the middle of the night or something, but he gets around. Okay. Getting the chili, getting the spice from the chili, getting the lime. That's nice. It's just a really weird texture. That piece was more like because it's kind of light, like it would just. You don't need teeth to eat this. It's a really, really light, puffy texture. So I'm getting the pork flavor. I'm getting the spice, the smoke, the chili, the lime flavor and everything. That's actually pretty good. This texture is a little bit off for me for chicharron. So I'm going to give that a thumbs up, trending downward. I just would like a little bit more crunch to it, I think, than that. But it's pretty good. Doodle, that's right, portmanteau. We had a Doodle visit, but but it's pretty good. Doodle, that's right, portmanteau. We had a Doodle visit, but he's gone. All right, so let's do this. As long as we're doing the chicharron, let's go ahead and do the other one. So the other one is hot and spicy flavored. And again, these are from the US. None of these, by the way, none of what we've done so far has a Proposition 65 warning on it. Gummable pork rinds. Yeah, pretty much. Those are really good pork rinds. My Chai Mix does the same. Yeah, he's adorable. He really is. So this is hot and spicy flavored. Let's see what makes it different than, I guess it's not going to have lime. Fried pork skins, salt, MSG, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, sugar, citric acid, because there's citric acid and everything. Paprika extract, natural flavors, natural smoke flavor. So it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot different. Maybe it doesn't have the lime in it. But it says hot and spicy, which kind of indicates that it's spicier than that one. So we'll see. Chicharrones with guac are elite. What's your favorite brand of chicharrones, or just anybody out there? And it doesn't have to necessarily be like a brand, like you go in and buy a bag in the store. Like if there's like a Mexican market near you and you go and you buy them like in the big stack, you go like, give me some of those. Maybe that's what you like or anything. But what's your go-to for chicharrones? Okay, you can see that those are redder. You can hear the difference in texture between those and these, but it could be some are, some aren't. The big bucket of them from Costco, is that like we were talking about house brands. What is Costco's house brand? Is their hot dogs are that brand. It's a city in Washington State. Why can't I remember that? Maybe you guys can remember that. You know that. The house brand for Costco. is Kirkland. Thank you very much, Freak. You're absolutely right. Kirkland. Holding pattern. Can anybody see this? Yes? That's a yes. I need a yes if you guys can see me. We are back. Okay, cool. All right. We only got 3 people in the room now. We lost like 14 people or 13 people or 12 people or whatever. So that kind of sucks. However, I did find a shortcut and it says reconnect. When you go to like close out completely, it says reconnect and then it actually reconnects you. So that part's good. So we're going to get a couple more people in the room. I hope so. It looks like people are coming back in. We've got Ice Hand and Jeff and Portmanteau and Freak Guru and Tom and Nashies. We're all back. It's climbing back up. You left off after you confirmed Kirkland. Yes, Kirkland. All right. So I don't know if I gave you the rating on those chicharrones, the hot and spicy ones, it's going to be a thumbs up. Again, not going to be as good as like going to a Vallarta supermarket and getting the ones that they have there fresh in the case. It's not going to be that, or your local Mexican grocery. It's not going to be that good. But they're really good for like a convenience store and everything. So that's going to get a thumbs up. And I don't know why if they can get the texture right on that one, why they can't get the texture right on the other one. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. All right. So as long as we're on that, let's do their chips. This is the only one. Let's see. No, we did the dill pickle chips. So now we're going to do the Bio Original New Orleans style potato chips. I don't know what constitutes a Bio New Orleans style potato chip. Maybe it tastes like dirty rice or gumbo or jambalaya or something. Let's see. Potatoes, seasoning, yeast, malic acid, citric acid, dehydrated onion, corn maltodextrin, yeast extract, dehydrated garlic, spices. That's the trick, spices. Spices is what makes it New Orleans style. They don't tell you what those spices are. Paprika and turmeric used as a colorant. Here's the thing I don't understand. Turmeric is used for, so have you ever seen it? It's kind of like a reddish yellow. I say reddish yellow because sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's red. And it's used as colorant. But the thing is, turmeric has taste. So I don't know why they use it as a colorant. It also adds taste. All right. Let's climb it back up there. We got 13 now. So we're going to try this. This is actually a product of Canada. And it does not have a Proposition 65 warning, so I think it's okay. Now there's a picture of garlic, and there's a picture of some, I don't know, looks like dill or something. Let's see what this is all about. Ooh, it has a nice smell. That's a really nice smell. Now, you get something that's made with curry, has that nice curry smell. This doesn't smell like curry, but it has that nice smell. It's spicy. This is vinegar? I don't remember seeing vinegar on that. Did I say vinegar? No acetic acid. No, maybe it's the citric acid. I didn't see like lime or anything else like that. Well, this definitely has that kind of acid. It's that acid bite to it. But it almost tastes like vinegar. I don't see vinegar on here. That's kind of weird. Now, vinegar is, so I'm seeing malic acid and citric acid. It could be from the citric acid. I'm not seeing like lime or anything else like that. I'm not sure what what flavor or what sensation malic acid adds to it. Like if it said acetic acid is vinegar, and that would be straightforward. And it doesn't have a vinegar taste to it. How does it have a vinegar taste to it without vinegar? No. These are light and crunchy, but they are crunchy. They're crispy. They're not greasy. They have a nice crunch in them. They have a nice level of spices. But whatever that is, whether it's a citric acid or something, whatever that acid is, makes you want to drink something. So I have had a lot of Cajun food. I have eaten in New Orleans. I've been in New Orleans. It doesn't remind me of New Orleans. So this is a New Orleans style. I'm not sure what they mean by that. It doesn't really remind me of New Orleans style stuff because I don't remember like that vinegar that acid being used in a lot of New Orleans style stuff. The spices seem like the spices seem to be good, but there's just kind of that vinegar acid bite is a little bit off-putting. I'm gonna have to give that one a thumbs up, but trending downward. It's like I just wish they dialed that one back because I have a feeling that those spices would be really, really nice if you didn't get that vinegar bite to it. So ghouls say malic acid tastes tart and sour with a smooth flavor. Maybe that's what it is, tart and sour. Found naturally in many fruits and plants, including apples, apricots, grapes, peaches, and plums. That might be what that kind of vinegar thing is from the malic acid. But like I said, vinegar is citric acid. But it sounds to me from what you're saying that it's the malic acid that is causing that. All right. As I had that vinegar stuff or that acid. Let us do this because we have like maybe 3 things left. So let's do our soft drink. So another I think asked earlier what other TV shows or movies or whatever reference a convenience store that's supposed to be like 7-Eleven. Beavis and Butthead, Maxi Mart on Beavis and Butthead is a takeoff of 7-Eleven. I don't know if there's other ones, but all right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and do our beverage here. Going to shake this up. It's not carbonated, I hope. We're going to find out the hard way. This is 7 Select organic cold pressed juice, flash pasteurized, pineapple, orange, banana, apple, mango, passion fruit, and coconut water. It's called Tropical Glow, 100% real juice. Ingredients: orange pineapple juice, organic orange juice, organic pineapple, banana puree, organic apple juice, organic mango juice, organic passion fruit juice, organic coconut water. That's it. So this sounds really good. Oddly, this is a product of Turkey. That's really kind of strange. It contains 100% fruit juice. So that's all this is fruit juice. So let's get another glass. Let's try this. Futurama has a store called 711. That's funny. I haven't watched enough. I've only seen a few episodes of 7. This is really of Futurama. This is really thick. Did I say carrot? Because it smells like carrot. No, I don't see carrot in there. Oh, it's really thick. Nice smell. Lots of pulp. It's very thick. I didn't think it would be appropriate for a mixer. What is the tech? Maybe it's banana puree because the banana doesn't have a lot of juice in it. So if you're going to puree the banana, it's going to have a certain thickness to it, and maybe that's why it's as thick as it is. I don't taste the coconut. Get the mango. Get the banana. And get something citrusy, but not really clearly orange or pineapple. They both are in there. And I do get the apple. It's kind of a mix of fruits. So it's like eating a fruit salad. You get that mix of fruits, but none of them really shine. None of them really like come out. And might be the turmeric. It might be. And Clerks, the store they work in, is Quick Stop Groceries. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of references. This is really good. It's not too no. They don't add sugar to it, so it's not like artificially sweet or overly sweet. If you like if you like orange juice with a lot of pulp in it, so it's very thick, then that's kind of the texture of this. I think it's because of the banana, because like again, bananas have juice in it, and so banana is very thick. So if you're going to puree that, it's going to be really, really thick. Like what would be like really? It's like thicker than apple cider. But again, it's a nice blend of the fruit flavors, and not any one of them really come out, but you do get pockets of the flavor. It's really good. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Now I'm going to ruin it. A little of this goes a long way. And the next place it's going is in the trash. Well, I'm going to pour it down the toilet probably. I don't want to rust the pipes though. Burn up the pipes. All right, let's try this. Let's see. Let's give that a stir with a spoon. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm getting more of the tea flavor in here now, and I think there's enough of the fruit juice, which is really heavy, to kind of dissipate the alcohol flavor, that alcohol burn, and it comes in afterwards. Fortunately, the fruit juice is stronger than the alcohol flavor and the tea flavor. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. So, I mean, you do get the tea flavor in there now. You don't get as much of that alcohol burn. It makes it better. I'm going to give that as a mixture, a thumbs in the middle, trending upward. Thumbs in the middle, trending upward. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's like you got to have to drink this adult juice box, mix it with something else. Don't waste it. No, I do not waste it. This, I'm not going to drink it, and I can't give it the doodle. So, and I know Claudia's not going to want it. So there we go. All righty. So let's do this. I have one hot item left, as you guys knew I would. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the big bite. The tea is probably best frozen since it's syrupy. I'll bet it is. And they did suggest that. Why is this upside down? All right. So we got a big, it literally is a big bite. This, let's see, which one is this? That is the picante bite. This is the picante bite. They don't tell you what's in it, so we're just going to have to guess. And they give you like hot steam buns there. Like they have a little container. You unwrap it. It's hot buns. You just put that in there, and we're going to try it like this, and then I'm going to put some mustard on it because that's what I do. It definitely has like a sausage texture to it, more so than a hot dog. No, Steve, you can't hate a good hot dog, but you can hate a bad hot dog. Now she's criticizing me because I said we're a family-friendly channel, and I said hot steamed buns. Greg Wells is here? Greg of tomorrow? Greg Wells, welcome back, man. Glad you could make it. It's so good to see you again. Greg Wells, or Greg of tomorrow, everybody. Greg is here. Greg is back with us. That is awesome. Well, welcome back, Greg. We've missed you. Glad you're here. You've missed half of what we've eaten, but we'll do a goût mélange afterwards. It's actually pretty good. It's not as spicy. It says picante. It's not as spicy as you would think. It has a very dense texture. So it's not like a hot dog. Like a hot dog is kind of like, hot dogs can be almost like a pate, like really, really soft. This is like, it has some teeth to it going through it. It has just the right amount. It's picante, but it has just the right amount of spices where it's not too spicy. So even if you don't like spicy stuff, like if you can't handle hot, spicy stuff, this is fine. You do this one just fine. Let's dress it up a little bit. Let's take another bite. Let's do this. Let's try. Yeah, I gotta kind of shake that up so we don't get that. You know, like when the mustard's been sitting in the refrigerator for a while, and you do that first squirt, and it's like mustard liquid, like mustard wee or something. I don't know. How much did you catch, Greg, or did you just kind of come in just now? All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna just gonna do it on the bite. So I got some mustard and thought I had, let's see. Let's put some of this on it. Ghost pepper wing sauce. Why not? Let's live a little. Just snuck in now. Well, I'm glad you did. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you could make it. All right, here we go. That's right, freak. Mustard water. It was actually pretty good. Hot dogs are my comfort food. I love a good hot dog. I despise a bad hot dog. It was actually pretty good. And again, I think the trick is getting it when it has been sitting on the rollers for hours. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a thumbs up. That's really decent. I've never had a big bite before. I've never had anything off the rollers at 7-Eleven before. That's really good. Did you guys know about this and not tell me? Did you guys know that their big bites are actually pretty good and just not tell me about that? Is that what happened? I'm going to have some more coffee. My morning coffee in the afternoon. What are you eating, Greg? Are you eating anything? Val, are you Team Nathans or Team, Nathans, I think you meant. Team Nathans or Team Hebrew National? I did. I think it was when we did our Coney, I think we used Nathan's hot dogs to do that. And they were pretty good, the ones you buy in the store. I will tell you that I went to a Nathan's. It was on the New Jersey Turnpike. It was on the Edison rest stop, and they had a Nathan's there, and it wasn't very good. But the one I bought in the store actually was pretty good. I like to go with the Hebrew National, and I go with the I don't want to say it's not organic, but it's the natural one, and they're uncured and everything. And I like that's kind of my go-to is the Hebrew National one. But the KM ones that you get in the Boston area, those those are really good for store-bought ones. Stay the hell away from Bar S. Those are terrible. And the Kirkland ones, the ones that they sell at, if you go to the food court at Costco, the ones they sell inside, the Kirkland ones, those are pretty good too. So those are good. Casper's stupid autocorrect. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, we did the episode that came out, I want to say it was like 2 days ago, where we got some soubrette hot dogs. And those were from Janice, from Michelle Grant, our friend Michelle Grant. She had come from New York, and she brought back some soubrette hot dogs for me. And those are the ones that I did with the sauerkraut from the pickle guys. And those were exceptional. So those are really good too. But it's like, I don't usually list them as one of my favorite ones because they're hard to get. You can't get them on the West Coast. And so, it's not something I would buy regularly. But if I was going to go into a store, there's also one, I can't remember the brand. It's Apple something. And not Applewood, but it's Apple the brand name, something in Apple something in the brand name. And there's a picture of an apple on it. And they have them at Trader Joe's. I don't know if they have them at other places, but those are really good too. With all the science we have these days, you would think we have cured weenies. That's right. Now we have just disease. God bless actors Michelle Trachtenberg, Gene Hackman, and punk rock singer Dave Johansen from the New York Dolls. Yeah, it's been a bad week for people dying. So, and also welcome, Sonic. Group eating Casper's dog. I don't remember Casper's dogs. Not a big fan of the tamales, but they're a staple around these parts. I don't remember either. What are these parts again, Portmanteau? Oh, Nashies, Caspers, Jaspers is local to me. Caspers and Jaspers. Waspers. All right. So we did that. We have we have 3 things left. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're fine. I'm going to change things up a little bit. We're going to go with sweet. You know me, I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but they have a variety of pies, snack pies or hand pies or whatever you want to call these, Usually they're fried pies. I don't know if these are fried or not. They could be fried. They usually are. This and I think we might have tried one before, but I know we haven't tried this one. So this is the Boston cream snack pie. And as a masshole, I will be the judge of how Boston creamy it is. San Francisco Bay Area. Oh, okay. So you're familiar with, what is it? It's what? It's it. I don't know if anybody else is familiar with It's It, but you being in the San Francisco area, you were definitely familiar with It's It. There's a lot of stuff I like in San Francisco. What is that place that's been around forever? The place that's open 24 hours. It's Tommy's Joint. Tommy's Joint. They have a bison stew that's really good. When they have it. Last time I went, they didn't have it. And then Red's. What is it? Red's something house. Red's Java House. Red's Java House. Where you go and you have a cheeseburger and a beer for breakfast. That's awesome. I'm not sure you've said this before, but your favorite hot dog ever. Favorite hot dog ever. Favorite hot dog ever. I think that's going to be a toss-up. I really liked the slaw dog I got at, what's the name of that place in South Carolina? Jack's Cosmic Dog. Jack's Cosmic Dog in South Carolina. They have an awesome. I'm not gonna have a single favorite. I'm gonna have some that were like really good and that stand out. But it's hard to say which one was my favorite. So Jack's Cosmic Dog, they do a slaw dog there that was like really really good. Dirt Dog, they have a variety of different kinds of hot dogs at Dirt Dog that are really good. What is it? Doghouse, which is in Southern California. I'm sure they're outside of Southern California now. They have a bunch of really, really good hot dogs. And then the Ripper, which is a deep fried hot dog that they have in at Ruts, and Ruts is in Clinton, New Jersey. Ruts from Clinton, New Jersey. Their Ripper is like really, really good. So I know it's hard to say. Oh, your favorite, like your go-to store dog? Hebrew National is good. But like I said, I like the natural Hebrew National one. That's really good. And you can't go wrong with the Costco dogs. They're good. Ballpark are good. I think we did Ballpark, and I can't remember when we did Ballpark, but I think we did do Ballpark, and of course KM. But unless you're in the Boston area, you're going to be unfamiliar with KM, I think, because it's only the Boston area. All right, so we're going to try this Boston cream snack pie. Now it does say naturally flavored, right? It says chocolate and vanilla flavored filling wrapped in lightly glazed flaky crust. That sounds really good. But then when you look and it says the ingredients, there's like a page of ingredients there. There's a lot of ingredients in there. I'm not even going to go through it. Corn syrup is one of them. Why do you put corn syrup in there? I mean, I see cocoa in there. High fructose corn syrup at that. What else is up? Of course it has citric acid in it. You know why? Because there's citric acid in everything. There's like 3 corn syrup things, but I think there's like pieces of it that, they all have corn syrup in it. It does say it contains soy and wheat. I don't know where the soy part comes from. This is a product of the U.S., but it does say it contains bioengineered food ingredients. So if there's like little robots in here, ready to eat, try them warm, microwave instructions. I don't have a microwave, so I'm not going to follow those. We're just going to eat them. They do sound good, but it can be an iffy thing. I like Boston cream donuts. Those are good. Then if you want to say where's your like favorite donuts, that's a whole nother thing. It's because Dunkin' is like one of my least favorites. It's not my least favorite. My least favorite is actually Krispy Kreme. And then Dunkin' used to be good, but they have because there's so many of them, they have a central distribution system now. So they have like this one big warehouse where they make the donuts and they ship them all out to the other ones. Now back in the 70s, they used to have a commercial that used to say fresh every 4 hours. So every 4 hours they would throw all the old donuts away and they would make all new donuts and they would make them in house. And so they're fresh, hot donuts. But now they come from a distribution center. They ship them in big trucks to all the local Dunkin's, and they're not as good. And their coffee never was good. It's not bad. It's not offensive. It's just really weak. It's just weak, watery coffee. So Dunkin' Donuts is kind of down there. I like in this area, Yum Yum and Winchell, which might even actually be the same company. Those are pretty good. Randy's is good to go see the giant donut, but their donuts are nothing really special. I'm trying to think, is it here or is it in Portland? Donut Friend, which are vegan donuts, but they're really good. And then in Saugus, Massachusetts, Cane's Donuts. Cane's Donuts are really good, but a little bit on the pricey side. Have you ever had a Glazier dog? Glazier dog is from Dairy Queen, I think. Isn't that the case, Tom? Glazier dog is at Dairy Queen. I had a hamburger when I used to live in Portland. There was a Dairy Queen that was a block from my house, and so every once in a while we'd go in and stop in. I don't like their ice cream. Their ice cream tastes like your generic ice cream that you would buy in the store. And I had one of their hamburgers. It was terrible. So I never had their hot dog. But I mean, I think in all fairness, I have to try it. Krispy Kreme, not good donut. The only way Krispy Kreme is good is if you're there when it comes right off the line and you grab it right off the line. And as soon as you give it 5 minutes to get cold, it's not good anymore. It's greasy. It leaves that layer of fat on your tongue. It's just not good. So and that's just me. Again, Sonic, I'm sure a lot of other people agree with you that it's probably one of their favorite donuts, but for me, not so much. LA Donuts are the bomb. The Snickers donut is, I'm gonna have to try that. Oh, maybe that's out where you are. A Snickers donut sounds really good. All right, here we go. Looks like your average fried pie or hand pie, I think is what they call those. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, instead of biting the end off, I'm going to cut into it to where the filling is, and we're going to take a bite from that side. Okay, that looks legit. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get a little cross section of that. That looks legit. Okay, let's try this. 1 second. Just have to send a quick text here. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Okay. Where were we? Cherry pie, frosty, filling. Hope you're feeling okay, Val. Don't get sick. I don't get sick. Well, it's very seldom. Listen, when the last time I got sick? Last time I got sick, I had COVID. When was it? I want to say it was like August in the August timeframe or so. I had COVID, and I had the flu back last February. The cream filling, a little bit off. The chocolate is usually on the outside of a Boston cream pie. That's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. I'm going to say that didn't quite get the cream filling right. But I'm going to give that a thumbs up, trending downward slightly. Let me clear this off before it goes everywhere, including in my keyboard. There we go. All right. And I'm looking for something to drink, because I'm usually sipping on my beer, but that beatbox ain't gonna cut it. I'm going to send you a link to get them. It might become your new favorite hot dog. Oh, okay. Would you have them shipped to you? Oh, all right. Yeah, do that, Tom. Definitely do that. Well, Sonic, it's the same thing. I think There's one. It's a woman's name that you can get at most of the Kroger stores. I can't remember the name of it. It comes in a little bag. It's the same thing. The hostess fruit pies. Same thing. They're all hand pies. They're usually fried. I think we've done some before on one of the live streams. Can't remember which one, but I think it's pretty consistent. All right, what do we have? We have two things left. I think I want to do this one first, only because I think that other one's going to overpower it. Pumpkin pie. Oh, did you guys see that? A little glitch? We okay? We're connected. All right. Pumpkin pie spice. And again, remember all these things, everything that we've had so far has been 7 Select. 7 Select being the house brand. So as far as 7-Eleven goes, sometimes when people talk about 7-Eleven, I joke around and I say, would you know my name at the 7-Eleven? Those aren't the words, of course, but that's what I sing sometimes. But there are a few songs that actually mention 7-Eleven in the lyrics. So can you guys name a few of the songs that mention 7-Eleven in the lyrics? There's one to me that immediately comes to mind. Immediately, because it's in the break every time he sings the break. The word 7-Eleven is in there. So these are limited time flavor pumpkin pie spice. Now, what tells me it's not that limited is pumpkin pies comes out in September. Pumpkin pie spice comes out in September. I just got these. at a 7-Eleven. So limited time flavor. I don't know about that. Let's see. Did they have a date on these? Like, I don't even know why it's still why it's on the rack. Why it's even there. Like, why don't they just come and take them all back? Best by July 25th, 2025. So we have some time. Enlarged to show texture, pumpkin pie spice flavored almond. Let's see if there's anything in the ingredient. This is not from any other place. It's made in the U.S. Ingredients: almond, sugar, vegetable oil, spices, salt. That's it. Doesn't actually sound. May contain egg. May? Okay. I don't get it, but okay. Let's give it a try. Yeah, Sonic. That's the first one that comes to mind for me too. Is the Billy Idol White Wedding. No. I'm sorry. It's not White Wedding. It's Rebel Yell. It's Rebel. The Billy Idol one is Rebel Yell. Where he goes, he lives in his own heaven, collects it to go to 7-Eleven or something along those lines. Yeah, it's Rebel Yell is the 7-Eleven, but that's the one that sticks it out because he sings that several times in the song, and I remember the first time I heard that I go, wait, did he just say 7-Eleven? And yes, he did say 7-Eleven. Was there something else up there I was going to talk about? No, I guess not. I don't know where Doodle went. I think Doodle is out there, and they think he's sitting with Mom. So that's the thing. The Ramones 7-Eleven. The Ramones had a song called 7-Eleven. I didn't know that song, but you can bump some change at the 7-Eleven. So the ones that I've seen are, and I don't know these songs, is "Stay Far Away So Close" by U2. Has 7-Eleven in it. Again, Rebel Yell has 7-Eleven. Bruce Springsteen, "Racing in the Street," and Green Day, "Jesus of Suburbia." All of them mention 7-Eleven. And like we saw here, I'm sure there's more. All right, these look like they're coated with more than just pumpkin pie spice. They look kind of dusty. There's a thick layer on those. It definitely has pumpkin pie spice. It tastes like flour or something on it. The ingredients didn't show that. No. You know what this tastes like? Do they say what spices? It tastes like cinnamon toast. This tastes like cinnamon toast. I don't mean cinnamon toast crunch. I mean cinnamon toast. Now, how many of you guys have ever done this? You make cinnamon toast, right? You make toast. You butter the toast, and then you mix sugar and cinnamon together. Mix it all up really good, and then you kind of sprinkle it on the top, and then you kind of shake off all the excess in it, Cinnamon toast. That's what these taste like. These taste like cinnamon toast. It doesn't taste like pumpkin pie spice. It tastes like cinnamon toast. That's not necessarily a bad thing if you're going with pumpkin pie spice. Have you heard the Slurpee 7-Eleven promo 45 RPM record? I have not. Is that a current thing? Beyonce has one as well titled 7-Eleven. There was a song by the great 1970s singers Val. No, 80s singer Val. Actually, it was in bands in the 70s, but those were like small cover bands in the 70s. It wasn't until like 1982 or something that we started doing original music, but don't hang out at the 7-Eleven. I wonder, maybe I did use 7-Eleven in one of the lyrics, but probably not. If I did, it would have been in Don't Hang Up. Now, you bring up an interesting thing. It was put out in the 70s. That was my song. I wrote that song. It was not the 70s. Ice Hand brings up the song. We've never done it here. We could maybe sometime. I'll play one or more of the songs. I'm hoping to get like a channel together where we can talk about music and I can actually play a bunch of our songs. I don't have to worry about copyright. I own them, right? But a bunch of songs and a bunch of stuff that we've done. It's like, if I'm not gonna monetize, then fine. I haven't had a lot of time lately to do. I've had barely enough time to do this channel, let alone another channel. So, but I want to do that at some point in time so I can introduce you to that music. So we have. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Tom. Tom put a link to it, and I think. Let's see. We have the Notice YouTube channel, but I don't know how much stuff I put on there. I have to put more stuff on there. If you go to the Notice Facebook page, there's a lot more. There's some interviews. There's some studio songs and stuff like that on the Facebook page. But I'll have to put that stuff on the YouTube channel, and then I'll just give you guys the link to the YouTube channel from this channel, and you guys can check it out if you want to. My rock and roll life from the early '80s to the early '90s. So. All right, so let's see. We did that. We have one left, and then we're going to have some time for melange. So this is obviously a fiery cheese crunch. This is obviously their take on Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I think. And that's the baked Cheetos. Looks like the crunchy Cheetos are the baked ones as opposed to the fried ones. Feeling a little spicy? These fiery cheese crunch snacks will hit the spot, and they're easy to take with you. Great for a lunchbox, a glove box, or that secret desk drawer. Keep a bag of cheese crunch snacks on hand to keep the munchies away. These are a product of Canada. I would not have guessed that. Let's see. It's a bioengineered food, so these are made in a lab. Corn. Okay, it's cornmeal, salt, whey, sugar, onion powder, sunflower oil, buttermilk powder, cheddar cheese, yeast extract, garlic powder, citric acid. Yeah, it doesn't really say what the spice is, what the heat comes from. Contains milk. Yeah, you already told us that. All right. Here is the dance, the slurp, the B side. All right, so I assume you're talking about the 5-knuckle shuffle on the B side. That's really. The 5-knuckle shuffle is really popular on Reckless Eating. So when he does his live streams, every once in a while he'll play Don't Hang Up, but he also plays the 5-knuckle shuffle, which I think is more popular. So he asked me one time, and he said, "Do you have a problem with me playing your music on our channel?" I'm like, "No." And I said, honestly, more people have probably heard those songs on your channel than ever did when we played them out live. I mean, we got a decent sized crowd, but not a lot and not frequently. So we love a good. Do you have Sheetz gas stations near you? We do not. I'm not familiar that we also don't have Buc-ee's near us, and we don't have Royal Farms. If you are anywhere in the north, well, it's not even the Northeast per se. It's like the Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey area. They have a bunch of convenience stores called Royal Farms. They, in my opinion, have the best fried chicken you're ever going to get, like a fast food. It leaves KFC in the dust. I'm willing to say that it's different because it's more like traditional fried chicken. It's not like Louisiana style fried chicken like they do at Popeyes. It's more like traditional fried chicken. It's convenience store chicken, and it is amazing. So Royal Farms in Eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware area. Royal Farms. Now I could go for a Royal Farms chicken right now. Yeah, I wish we had a Buc-ee's too. So I think Buc-ee's is really popular around the country for their stores in Texas. I think they're out of Texas too. I think they're in other areas besides Texas, but they're so popular and popular in culture that eventually they're going to have to expand into other places. Like even In-N-Out, I think maybe the farthest east there's an In-N-Out is probably Texas. I think they might have a Texas one in In-N-Out. They're supposed to be doing one in the next couple of years in Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. But and it's not a big deal. So I think the big deal is when they open them up into some new place. Like they just recently got some in the Portland area, and it's a big deal. But it's a big deal for people who used to live in Southern California, who grew up eating In-N-Out. It's a big deal for them. But for other people, that's kind of like, it's okay, it's all right. And their fries are disgusting. Their fries are like just made wrong. They make them the wrong way. They don't blanch them. They don't twice fry them and everything, and you end up with these really starchy, pasty potatoes. And so they're just not good at all. That reminds me. So Tom, I was going to ask you when you were out here, did you eat at a In-N-Out, or did they even have In-N-Out in Colorado? I don't know. All right, here we go. Well, they look like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, the crunchy ones. Actually, looks like a chicken's foot. Now, I've not been to a Buc-ee's. I don't know how long they've been around, but I lived in Texas for 13 years, and I don't remember seeing a Buc-ee's, so they may be relatively new. I moved out of Texas in 2003. So it's possible that they sprouted up since then, or they could have been around and just not have the presence that they do now. Oh, they have Buc-ee's in Florida? These have a completely different texture than Cheetos. They're not as crunchy. Now they say cheese crunch, but these aren't as crunchy as Cheetos. Now, also, they're spicy. The more you eat, the more spice you get. But they don't have that chemical taste that Flamin' Hot does. It's more of a natural heat. I think I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say I think I actually like those better than the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, the crunchy Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And your hands don't turn all orange either. Those are actually pretty good. Now, I'm not a big fan of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, especially the crunchy. We're doing a thing with light here. Let's see, it's this side. I need to bump up the light, I think, on this side. Because what happened is, out here, the light got brighter coming through the window. We have a balance now. Yeah, I'm gonna say I like those better than the crunchy Flamin' Hot Cheetos. So I'm gonna give them a thumbs up for what they are. But again, it's not like something I would eat all the time, anyways. So we went through a lot of stuff today. Let's see, what do we go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We did 10 snacks because we ate all of the little mini tacos, and we ate that piece of chicken. So, but we had like 10. Maybe that's what we usually have, right? We usually have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 9. We have 9. And nope, and 10. I forgot about this. All right, so it is time once again on Trippy Food when we do our group mélange. Here we go. All right, well, might as well start with what's in front of me. So I'm going to start with the Boston cream pie, the Boston cream snack pie, or a hand pie, as they're often called. Just gonna chop that up. Oh, that's a little soupy. Oh yeah, that's like all runny and soupy. Not like Soupy Sales. Who remembers Soupy Sales? Anybody? Show of hands. Who remembers Soupy Sales? Tom, I know you remember Soupy Sales. I don't know who else remembers Soupy Sales. Anybody? Soupy Sales? Nashies remembers Soupy Sales. Yeah, I know you. I knew you do. I didn't know about anyone else. Soupy Sales. This actually show was pretty funny. What was the big dog's name? Fang? I think the big white dog. His name was Fang. In Soupy Sales, was I think maybe it was on every episode of his show. It was kind of like a variety show, but it was definitely leaned towards comedy. And I think he always got a pie in the face, if I'm not mistaken. White Fang. Thank you very much, Dave. Yes, you're right. White Fang. And he was famous for getting a pie in the face. I think on every show, got a pie in the face. All right. So there's our pumpkin spice almonds. Here's our cheesy crunch. I'm going to try to break these up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, actually, these are more subtle than the flamin' hot baked Cheetos. So I like these better. They have more corn flavor, I think. Now my fingers are red. All right. We have our hot and spicy chicharrones. Chicharrones, I'm sorry. That breaks up really nice. And we have, I didn't bring a second bowl, and I don't have water. I'm going to, here's what I'm going to do. Let me kind of clean my hands here. And I am going to use this glass and pour some of this in there. I don't like to use this for that, but any port in a storm. And we're going to do a little finger bowl. Pookie, not cookie. Blacktooth cookie and hippie. It looks like more people remember Soupy Sales than I thought would. And what was his son's name? His son, I think, his son was a musician. I don't know if he played guitar or drums. And he was in a band called Dino, Desi, and something. So the Desi being Desi Arnaz, the Dino being Dean Martin's son. And so it was like famous sons that started this band, Dino, Desi, and I can't remember what the other name is. Tony Sales. And Tony was the, I want to say that Desi Arnaz Jr. played the drums, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Tony Sales played guitar, but I don't remember offhand. If any of you go to your parents' wall and get Uncle Soup a little green piece of paper in there. He did get in a little bit of trouble for that. But I don't think that took him off the air or anything. All right, Bio Original New Orleans style chips that aren't really New Orleans style, if you ask me. Oop, I almost rinsed my fingers in that drink. I don't want to call it hard tea drink. I'm just going to call it drink. Let's see. We got our chili lime flavored chicharrones. Let's get that. This is going to be a substantial goût mélange. If you need a mini molcajete for the goût, well, the only problem with using a molcajete is that everything would be ground down too fine, I think. Then it would just be like dust. And then you get all the kind of goopy stuff, and it would be all kind of mashed up and everything. It would be more like a mix or a smoothie or something like that than a true goût mélange. I'm gonna have to try to get in touch with Paramount and see about using the footage for the goût mélange and actually make the goût mélange. So, because I think that really clear things up when I use the term, what I'm referring to. Ooh, it's nice washing your fingers in little fuzz in sparkly water. All right, what am I got? Oh, pizza. Got my pizza. This is going to be kind of weird. We do have our pizza. It's not looking so good. It doesn't age well cold. But let's get some of our pizza. It was not bad, I have to admit. I do have to admit, after trying the stuff from 7-Eleven, that I was kind of like snobbish on 7-Eleven. I'm thinking like, oh my God, the food, blah, 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 blah. But actually, like, Big Bite was actually pretty good. The pizza was actually pretty good. So I do have to admit I'm wrong there and kind of like turning my nose up at some of that stuff. It was actually pretty good. So again, it's not like I'm going to say like, I'm hungry, I think I'll go to the 7-Eleven for this stuff. But if I'm near a 7-Eleven and I am hungry and everything, I won't have any qualms about stopping in and getting stuff. The show Soupy Sales returns on Jewish cable, Shab JBS, Jewish Broadcasting Service. Oh, it's still on? Or it's back on? No, it can't be back on because he's dead. They must have improved because the one I tried was awful. Which one, Eli? Which one that you tried? The pizza? And last, and maybe not least, but maybe least, Big Bite. I'm going to do the Big Bite. How was the pizza? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, for those who came in the middle, the pizza wasn't bad at all. So I was actually impressed because I was expecting it to be horrible, and it really wasn't horrible. And again, it's not. It's better than Domino's. It might not be as good as some of the other pizza places. It is definitely Greek pizza. It's Greek pizza that they're serving there. And if you grew up eating Greek pizza like I did in New England, then you're like it hits your comfort zone. It's not bad at all. So I stand corrected on the pizza one. I was really kind of afraid of the pizza one. I'm going to take the Big Bite out of the bun. We're going to cut pieces off of it, and I'm not going to put the bun in there because that's just extra stuff. I'm surprised that with your connection to Matt, you didn't get his favorite egg salad sandwich. We did. We did do his egg salad. Actually, 2 egg salad sandwiches. So we did an episode. It was a challenge from Matt to do the egg salad sandwich from 7-Eleven, and we did that. So we have an egg salad sandwich episode that we did based on Matt's suggestion to do the egg salad sandwich. And we did the egg salad sandwich from Cumbies. So those of you from New England, Cumberland Farms. Cumberland Farms is a convenience store in New England that I guess is a competitor to 7-Eleven, and they have their own egg salad sandwich. So for reckless eating, we did an episode of the egg salad sandwich from Cumbies, from Cumberland Farms. So we did 2. We did one for our channel with the 7-Eleven one, and we did. If you mean that I didn't do it today. I didn't do it today because, like I said, we already did an episode where we did the egg salad sandwich. So I just thought that we would be done. And none of the other stuff that we did today was something we did before. So now the Big Bite is little bites. We got some mustard on that one too, so that ought to be interesting. That is a substantial goût mélange. And I'm still washing my fingers here. There's something greasy. Maybe it was the pizza. I don't know what it was, but there's something greasy. My fingers feel greasy. Reruns about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time about 2 years ago on about 2 years ago. I don't know if it's still on there. Oh, hey, from the Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer? You guys have QT out there. I'm not sure what QT is. What is QT? First time I used a microwave was at a 7-Eleven. I blew up a burrito. Oh my God, that's funny. Let's see. I make a good deviled egg sandwich. Well, it's kind of the same, almost the same, I guess, right? Egg salad can be really good or really bad. Yeah. Well, the trick is how you cook the egg, right? If you boil the crap out of the egg and then the inside, the yolk gets all dry, then it's not good. I like the yolk a little bit runny, so I like it somewhere between soft boiled and hard boiled. That's what I like. But that doesn't really go well. And that really doesn't really do well for egg salad. So if you make an egg salad, you want it to be a little bit more firm. You don't want it to be kind of runny. So you want it to definitely be like more hard boiled. And so so when I'm making it, sometimes I make sure that I just leave it in a little bit longer than I would normally do it, because I don't want the inside creamy for egg salad. I want it to be, firm. But you don't want to leave it in too long. Again, otherwise you dry the yolk out completely. You get that kind of greenish, dry yolk, which is really annoying. QT is a gas station. They have decent pizza. I've never heard of it, so I don't think we do have that. I'll have to check to see where they do. All right, here we go. Goût mélange, and this definitely looks mélange. All right, here we go. A 7-Eleven Goût mélange. What is that flavor? That's the mustard. There was a tiny bit of mustard on the Big Bite, and I'm getting that flavor. That flavor is standing out. Okay. There's pickle. There's the Boston cream pie cream. Those kind of clash. The chicharron don't have a really strong flavor, and so that flavor gets lost. You get the texture from the chicharron, with the flavor kind of. All right, here's a piece of the almond with a piece of the Big Bite. That ought to be interesting. No, I lost the Big Bite. There we go. There's chocolate, I guess, from the pie. There's nothing offensive about this, because honestly, I can't remember anything that we had, with the exception of this, that really wasn't really crazy about the flavor. But they don't really go together. It's like that Big Bite has that meaty flavor that kind of is clashing with the chocolate and the cream from the cream pie. And like I said, they're not bad flavors. It's just that the flavors just don't seem to blend well together. I'm going to go with the thumbs in the middle on that one. It's not horrible, but they're uncooperative flavors. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so I'm gonna give that one a thumbs in the middle. Have you tried crushing chicharrones to replace breadcrumbs on baked mac and cheese? I didn't, but that sounds like a great idea. If you wear a mix of you and your wife's undies, is that goop lingerie? No, only if you eat it. Only if you eat the undies, then it's gout lingerie. Walmart Hot Foods review episode perhaps include the prepared cold dishes. When you say Walmart Hot Foods, I'm trying to think of, they don't really have a hot food section. Like I know Costco does. You go to Costco, they have the food court, obviously, and maybe we do that. It's limited. They don't have that many items. But I don't remember a hot foods section of Walmart. I'm trying to remember. There's a produce section. Maybe it depends on the Walmart, like it's a super Walmart or something. There's the produce section. There's the bakery. But I don't remember them having hot food or like prepared food. Read a thing promoting chicharrones as a keto substitute for croutons and breadcrumbs in dishes. That would make sense. Some super Walmarts have a hot food deli. Oh, okay, that's what it is. So I'll have to find one. I'll have to find one that does, and we'll have to check that out. I also, at some point in time, would like to do that. I guess, for lack of a better term, call it the deli at Vallarta Supermarket, because that's amazing. They have those big pieces of chicharron. They have carnitas. They have birria they have. I mean, it's amazing the stuff they have. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but the food is really, really good. So I have to figure out, the thing is to get that hot food and bring it home, that kind of gets cold and everything, and maybe you can heat it up. But I wish there was a way to either do it in the car where you're just going out in the parking lot, or finding a way to do it there. I don't think they would like that, and I think they probably have music playing in the background, and that wouldn't work so much. So anyways, we have 20 in the room still at the end of the live stream. So I thank you guys very, very much. I can't tell if it's like all people in the chat or not, but I really, really appreciate you guys as a community and everything. It's a great, I just love doing this. I love doing this with you. I love getting together with you on Sundays and going through all this stuff and everything. It's a lot of fun for me, and I really enjoy the feedback that I get from you guys and everything. So I want to profusely thank you for all your support for these few years on doing the live streams and in the channel in general. So I really, really appreciate it. Again, I'll remind you, unless that's changed, we were at, let's see if it's changed since we did the live stream, but we were at, why is it doing that on me? Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to go there. Okay. It wants to do that. That's fine. We are at, tell you in a second. No, we're still the same one. So 5,930 subscribers. We are 70 subscribers away from 6,000 subscribers. And when we get to 6,000, we're going to do something really special, which is, these are a few of my least favorite things, which is basically, I'm going to eat stuff that I don't like. I'm going to do that for you because it'll be entertaining for you. So thank you so much. Also, be sure to support the other channels that we support as well. Nashies and Old Guy in Colorado and Janice Yamanaka, and they're great channels, and I wouldn't even ask you to support those channels if I didn't think they were great channels and that you would totally enjoy them. Reckless Eating even, great channels. And if you don't know who they are, you go to our main page in YouTube, and you scroll down to where it says featured channels. They're all listed out there. There's some that have been around a long time. There's some that are kind of defunct. They don't even put out like Main Event Pong. They don't even put episodes out anymore. So he kind of walked away from that. But there's still some great episodes out there that I think you would enjoy. Now, for the ones that are still active, Gamer Nick from Reckless Eating, he has his own a new channel out where he's doing reviews and everything, and it's pretty good. So check those out. For the channels that are still active, though, if you like them, and I think you will, then be sure to also subscribe to their channels and like the videos and leave comments on there because it helps them out. So please do that. I will continue to do this. I love doing this. I love doing this with you guys, and you are the best community that I could ask for. I mean, never have anybody. There's never any like troublemakers or anything else in the chat. It's a great group, and I really, really thank you all for your support. So thank you so much. Just remember, when you get out there, that it is crazy out there. So please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon.